Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to round two back nine action here at the Play It Again Sports Jonesboro Open. We've got MPO lead card, BigBarri commentary, bringing you all the action, all Ulibarri, Jerm, Koling, and the front nine. And the opposite win that we saw from round one, we saw a little struggle from some of the guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's playing tough. We saw some good putts, some not so good putts on back nine. I think for these guys, we'll play a little easier. I do think it's better scoring on the back nine, but still difficult.
We've got 6 bogeys on the front nine alone. Yesterday, we had 2 combined bogeys total for the card, and one of them came on the very last hole. So you can tell that this card, it's not necessarily that the card's not playing that great. It's just the conditions, I think, are pretty tough. See a lot of people making a lot of move here on moving day Saturday. Yeah,
you see the field isn't struggling as much as they are. So they are falling behind the 8-ball a little bit, and this isn't a good place to score unless you're Calvin.
This drone flight just really illustrates how stupid that drive was. If you did not watch the front nine, go back and watch the check-in with Calvin on this hole. He made the hole look like the shortest par 3 we ever played, and in actuality, it's an absolute beast. And AB, oh no, early left, hard left kick, straight out of bounds. That could be a double bogey so quick.
Easily. Could be bigger. Ricky gets this plastered. If it gets over in that's a great spot.
Oh, the only issue with that spot is that he's going to have a staggered gap that's going to be blocked off by the trees on the right early and the trees on the left late. He's going to have to throw like a flex shot.
Oh, no.
And that's going to careen out of bounds as well.
That was a good shot.
The thing about this left side OB line, they've actually brought it in off the fence about a meter. So it was already kind of difficult.
And this one looks like it's heading OB too.
Unless it gets a good kick, it will find out of bounds. And yes, it does. Yeah, see those stakes. Before it was just the fence line, but they've brought the OB in, making it even more difficult here.
Yeah, this is bad spot.
Really important shot for AB here. Can he get to the top of the hill?
Sit? I don't know. Not a great angle. That was probably a good hit.
I do think so.
He was going pretty far right there.
And Kevin's in a decent spot to still save the bogey. But there's just no par save.
No, not possible from there.
And good to get through the tree. On the other side of the tree, it's home free for the most part. He'll have short distance inside just over 200 feet. Now, James is trying to get a little... Well, I don't know what he was trying to do there, honestly.
I think he's trying to hit low right there and then skip it up there and maybe get a long, long look.
Okay, so the angle that AB is going to have is going to be better than what Ricky's left with. And you can see that it's still a very small sliver. And he hits the sliver. That is a fantastic recovery shot.
That is so good.
From that perspective there, he has maybe a foot or 2 window to hit. And Ricky, I don't think he even has that window.
Okay, he's got to go flex.
You see how he hit that initial thing? It's just the gap does not exist.
And it's scary because in order to hit that gap, you have to put it on a knife angle. And there's not a lot of discs that are that stable.
You got to drive it right over OB the whole way. And it's just, oh my gosh, did that hit the tree?
No.
It couldn't have been closer.
But that's a great shot from there.
I kind of wish that they would soften either one of those 2 trees to reward a drive like what Ricky just threw.
Yeah.
Because you're really left with nothing.
Good shot from Kiefer. That'll be a bogey. Ricky for a bird. Can't ever count him out from that distance, but
and you never unhappy with any par on hole 10.
The only time you're ever unhappy is if you have a great drive and you just don't execute.
Like Calvin Heimberg, if he had taken a par.
Yeah.
A very unhappy par.
Maybe Ricky, too.
I was a little surprised to see Kevin go for the skip shot approach as opposed to just the high stall putter, which is what we see most players do from that range. But that's just an incredible bogey scramble for Barela. Early out of bounds, still short of the creek, and was able to save the 5. That's good golf management.
Yeah, it could have taken a bad turn there, and this one goes OB, kicks. All of a sudden, you're staring at 7-8 right in the face. Simon heading for the finish line a little bit before these guys.
Oh, funny. The checkered flag?
I don't know. Heiser plays it perfectly. Looks like the wind's down at this point, which gives you that option. Great shot.
I think he's going to make that putt.
Bullseye. You're right.
Great putt. Simon had things going in round 1. Just had a really unfortunate finish with the double bogey finish, and without that finish, he would have been on this lead card here.
Mm-hmm.
And back to the original hole 1 on this course. A fun hole if you've got the power to get there. 470. It plays a little bit uphill in the end. The wind is not really great for it today, though. It's going to be a headwind coming from the... Was it just kind of a headwind coming down the tunnel?
Yeah, straight headwind. For our card.
Yes, I think that's pretty consistent for most of the... Yeah, these guys are teeing off a little bit later than most of us.
I was done with my round as these guys were getting ready to head over to the first tee. So
yeah,
I was signing autographs only because there was people waiting for the lead card to tee off.
They were just getting some cheap residuals.
Yeah.
Ricky didn't get it low enough, didn't get it turned over enough. This one's too low. It's not quite overstable enough and will be driven into just outside C2, it looks like.
Yeah, not often that a card like this, it makes them look silly. Usually they're just dark.
Somebody's going to figure it out.
Probably this guy.
Oh, little discotheque. James Conrad with a late 360 spin.
Still hard. I mean, he's outside the circle.
Still outside the circle.
Not an easy putt. Nope.
Oh, boy. The headwind just terrorizing these drives here.
Yeah.
Fortunate to get on that side of the tree, though, for Kevin.
Yeah, as I look in the top right corner, we see Ezra in at 15 under.
Come on. Nice shot.
So Ezra has a great round.
Yeah, 15 under the current mark. Still plenty of time for Anthony Barela to get that score. Yeah, he can get close to the 20s with a good back 9. Well, even though Ricky didn't throw a great drive, he's still got to look 45 feet. Maybe 50.
Doesn't get it up enough. That is a tailwind-ish over there. Left to right crosswind. Gonna drop your putter every time. This one will lift it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Almost had enough Annie to maybe it. Oh, wow. There you go. Oh, boy.
Wow. That would have been... Good job in the chain work there. I mean, that thing just reached out and grabbed the disc and held it in the basket.
Even this one is no gimme. Yeah. Kind of knew that was going to happen.
It's less likely to happen with the tailwind, but man, just couldn't quite hold on to the speed of Ricky's putt.
Yeah, it's just going in too fast. But it was a good putt.
Yeah,
it was a great putt. He did it. He did what he wanted, and it hit the center, unfortunately.
You got to pick up the speed when the wind is howling.
I think these buckets in the wind are tough on the putter. They really are. Yep. They like to come out.
So, 1 over par on hole 11 for our lead group. Gannon and Ezra still holding on to the hot round for the day at 10 under. I would argue that maybe a 10 under today is equally as good as 11 under in round 1. It
way
felt
better.
Like
way better.
Way better.
Yeah, way better. I think people leaked coming in yesterday.
Yeah.
We had some people that really played 17, 18 bad, which easily could be birdie. We saw people go birdie. Could have reached, that 13 to 12 mark, and they just fumbled a little bit coming in. But this one's one that you can fumble. It's not one, I feel like that there's a lot of bogeys that happen on this hole, but it's a tough bird to get.
Well, you got to hit this initial gap, and AB draws the smallest bit of foliage and ends up with a great drive. That's a good spot to be on your second, or to be throwing your second.
Damn, you got some courage saying that word. That's a tough
I've never
one.
had an issue with foliage.
Really?
Never had an issue with it.
I won't even try right now. I'm not feeling it.
It's a fun segment we have here in Jomez.
Yep. Foliage. Close. That's the closest I've ever come.
Never gets old for me. I love it. James with a good drive. Kevin, that is one way that you can secure bogey. If that doesn't get out of that mess, he's in a world of trouble.
Bye.
Needs to get stable. It does. And you're loving every bit of that if you're Ricky Wysocki. All right, so he's out. So this is, you can get a little bit past a good drive here with a good forehand turnover.
Oh, a lot past a good drive, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, he's okay.
250. He's got 200 in.
That's in prime position.
Like that.
It's a reference from yesterday, Josh.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean this card is leaking a little bit, and if the field plays as good as they are, you're definitely going to be cutting the fat off of this field.
Yeah, I see what you're doing.
That's
Yeah,
a reach.
yeah.
I kind of fumbled it, but
Yeah.
thing
is, we're doing commentary on this coverage here, but a lot of times I'm searching for laughs from our editor. Like, I'm just trying to get him to smile a little bit. That's part of my goal here as a commentator.
Yeah, I mean, that's not funny what just happened to Ricky. That's a bummer. That was going good. But you're right. Reach for a couple laughs from Josh.
All right, back to the coverage
Hurry
here.
up and get on hyzer.
I
don't sound like a total dweeb.
Yeah, that was a good shot from Kevin.
I can sound like
Good
a dweeb
management.
all by myself without you bogeying the first time I say this is tough to bogey.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of the field disagrees that it can be bogeyed quite easily. I don't really show the bogey stats here on the PDGA Live, so it's hard to really pull that information up. But I know that a lot of people did. AB from forever. Good floaty bid. Still a little bit of meat left on the bone.
Makes good on the chicken chunk.
Yep. Takes care of it. Hey, I like it. And Kevin, a good par save after the early drive.
It's hard to bogey this one. It is. I've definitely bogeyed it before.
Oh, for sure.
I bogeyed it the first round. Actually.
Yeah, a lot of times the bogeys come in play when you've thrown a good drive and your approach shot goes out of bounds left.
Yep. Or your putt from like 40.
But yeah, it's a pretty wide open fairway. It's not too difficult to scramble. And
Isaac
look at this.
Robinson.
Haven't seen him so much this year. And he's on fourth card after a solid, I believe, 7 under start. And that drive's good enough to be inbounds, but you'd like it to be a little bit closer, I suppose. Either way, this would get him tied at the top at 15 under, and he does make the putt. And he's got holes to play, so we might be seeing a mark set by Isaac Robinson as he finishes his hot round. It's pretty cool seeing Isaac and Ezra both rated at 1040 now. Pretty incredible.
A prince of southern royalty was born for plastic stone.
Hole 13, par 3, 435-foot straight, wide open shot. Players will probably try to use a little bit of width, right to left movement. Just have to avoid the out of bounds barbed wire on the left side of the fairway.
Bobbed wire.
Bobbed. You've always said that funny too. I like that.
Oh, this needs to get down. Don't hit that.
Okay. Decent.
Yeah.
Decent at best.
He's leaking.
It's not as crisp as we've seen so far this year from AB, but he's still firmly in the mix. And, when you give yourself 17 looks for birdie in round 1 and you make 11 of them,
pretty good.
You give yourself a little room for error at times.
Oh, no. Tugged a little. I just don't see Ricky missing this. It's like his deal. But
yeah.
But that disc was so stable yesterday. Is it going to do the same thing?
It's trying. Yeah. Yeah. You're right, though. It doesn't seem like Ricky would spray a shot on this hole ever.
That thing must be very overstable. Oh, no.
You certainly would not like to have a 30-foot putt for par on hole 13 with no out-of-bounds strokes involved. Good height from James, just a bit right. AB. This is the hole where we saw AB miss just a truly appalling putt yesterday. That was a good scramble save. Don't hear that too often on 13, but...
Don't be putting my name in bad stuff.
What do you mean?
Just don't do that.
Appalling, got it.
Don't. No. It was just truly appalling.
That was rude of me. I apologize.
No.
Ricky a little stabby with that bid. That wasn't his traditional follow-through. He kind of...
Yeah, I think, honestly, if I were to say if there was a mistake there, I think he should have done the pitch putt. He went to the spin, and there wasn't a lot of wind there. I don't think he needed to do that. And then it has a lot of speed coming through. He just had to spit out.
Looked like he just felt uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
Ricky's normally... This is something we've seen from him before because he does putt with pace. We've seen him spit out. And usually on the following putt after a spit out, he does like to hammer it home. He does like to remind the basket that he is the one who controls the cards here. But that time just a little high, didn't quite get it figured out. And Isaac Robinson, look at that. He birdies the next hole. Calvin Heimberg, they are both at 16 under.
Oh, no.
So what will the number
Heimberg.
be? Yeah, watch out, Heimberg. 3-time winner, just like Ricky Wysocki. We've played this event. This is our 8th time playing. We've had 7 champions, and Ricky and Calvin make up 6 of them.
Yeah.
And Paul Macbeth being the other player.
He's always got to sneak in there for something.
Paul, of course. He's won every single thing you can win.
If these guys want to flip it around, this is a great hole to do it.
Get
Eagle
you back.
opportunities and really easy birdie if you want it with how far these guys do throw. I don't think he's going to be leaving a lot off at this one. He pulled it yesterday.
Do you think there's been a stretch so far this season where AB has been 1 over in a 4-hole stretch? Like
Probably not this season.
Probably not this season, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's been so consistent with the birdies, but right now he's 1 over in the last 4. James is 2 over in the last 5. Another player that's got to get things going in the right direction.
I like where they're throwing it over here to the left, leaving them the hyzer, but I think AB might have gone too far.
It is possible. It is possible to be too far left, and then you find yourself in a weird spot where you have to consider going forehand on your next shot.
I like the height here. He's going to need some good ground play to get over to that left.
Skip and roll.
Yeah,
he
maybe.
might have a flex play. I don't think he's definitely not gonna have the pure spike hyzer. If we can get this, yeah, it's flipping up flat, and it's moving left. So this is going to be
gone.
this is going to be the wrecked. I was about to say it's going to be in the prime spot, but it just total wreckage there. Unfortunate. Hits the trunk of the tree and is just positioned in the worst spot you can be.
James is going. Turnover, is it going to hold is the thing.
This is ambitious. And with the new out of bounds long that he does not find, what a shot for James. Just
mid-range.
Guarantees the birdie with a chance of the downhill putt for eagle. Great execution. As the camera pan there, you can really see what he had to clear with the height. It's never easy. So huge ambition here from Kevin. This looks great. That's incredible. That is incredible.
Wow. Was this a mid-range as well? It is.
Oh, that is just phenomenal commitment. I mean, so creative. And the execution is just nearly flawless. What a shot from Kevin.
A couple great little mid-range.
Yeah, that's a fun moment right there. Cool.
Just slip more often. Holy crap, dude. This will work. Freaking A, dude.
And this is where AB got to, and it's just smart play. You know, he's got that. The look in front of him, he could have tried to pierce a forehand through there, but with the awkward stance and having to crouch down, you really just can't get much behind it.
Good shot there from Ricky, putting on the brakes.
Hard thing to do. A lot of layups end up going out of bounds.
Did he turn it? Nah.
And that needs to be careful. Yeah, if that hits the wrong part of that tree and comes back and goes out of bounds, you still go to that drop zone. It acts like an island and you must land safe. This play is getting less popular because these pines are growing. Oh, there you go. Right there, unfortunately. Going to the drop zone now.
Yeah, the pines are getting tall. So if you clear them, you're 30 feet.
Yeah, this was the play for a long time, but in the 8 years that we've been here, this shot is getting more difficult every year. And Ricky's just got to be disgusted right now. That drive was looking so good, and now he's going to be taking a bogey. Oh, James!
Wow, what an eagle.
What a putt!
Jerm, what good touch on that. What good angle.
Okay, good. Our Slum cameras did get there in time. That's great. Look at this thing. Just, oh man. Just couldn't be any more left and stay in. But great touch so that as soon as it hit chains, it just dropped straight down like a brick.
He needed it at 10 under.
Yes. AB, the stepper, pure.
Great putt from Anthony.
Good to see that. Again, one hole removed from another blunder on the putting green. What an eagle. What a second shot. Very well done. And a little bit different story for Rick.
Good par, though. Could have got out
That
of
was
control.
bogey.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because he had to lay up and then goes out of bounds. Yeah.
Well, good up and down from the drop zone.
Yeah, it is hard to get that high spike ceiling and get over those pines. And oh, I didn't see this part of it. I didn't know he slid into third base.
That's scary with his knee.
Isaac Robinson finishes his round at 11 under par, so we've got a tied course record because we do have a new course, so 11 under is still the mark. But Isaac Robinson jumping into first place at an 18 underscore.
More like it. The 18 under. It was at like 15, and I was like, come on, don't lie to us.
Yeah.
18's two nines.
Oh, we got to check in from earlier in the day. This is Waden's side, not to be confused with Braden's sides. And done it, folks. Hole in one on 15 on camera is taking way too long. But that's why we have a camera permanently placed in position to catch the ace on this hole, and we finally got one. Congratulations, Wade and Sides.
Oh no, James. That's a really bad mistake.
Misplayed the wind a bit, but also got a pretty bad wind shear straight down.
It was low the whole way. That needed a miracle. I do like this play, though.
Yep. The width is great.
Ooh, I had the distance. Oh, calm down,
Needs the grip 6 wall. There's also a wooden wall behind it, but stays safe. You'll have about 28 feet coming back down the hill. It's been cool seeing how connected AB has been with this disc this year. It's really added a new dimension to his game. In the past, we would probably seen him go with a Raptor forehand or something like that, trying to go with a high-speed disc coming into the green with angle, but now he's learning how to really golf his way through the course.
Oh, no.
This is just heading straight right OB. It just got the kiss of a lifetime. Wow, that is very fortunate.
Yeah, he needs it in the worst way, too. He is on a 2 over par in the last, 6 holes. That's not good.
On the last 8 holes or 9, his whole screen, he has 3 bogeys and 1 birdie.
I just didn't know how far back that went. I don't have a big
8.
brain.
We got 8 holes. So this 4 birdie.
Take advantage of it. 2-stroke swing.
Got it. He does.
Yeah. The greats do.
The greats do. It's what they do. It's what makes them great. And he's not going to apologize about it either.
He just looked at that branch and said, that's what you get in there.
Yeah, you did what you're supposed to do.
There you go.
Good putt coming back down. 3 under in the last 2 for Kevin. And it'll be a bogey for James. And textbook birdie for Barela.
I want to see this hit. How did it just barely? Oh, you blurred it out on purpose, Josh. Felt like it only cleared by a foot.
Yeah, but that being said, there was never any point where you didn't think it was going to be perfect, right?
I thought it was dropping.
Were you a little nervous about it?
A little, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
After seeing James's.
Yeah, on to hole 16. Same par 4, except a new out-of-bounds line on the left side, which forces the players to play the right side of this initial tree off the tee, as opposed to the big anhyzer. From there, the angle into the green is a little bit more obstructed by this wall that's in front of the green. As long as this continues to flip up, it should be fine. I don't think it's going too far left. Yeah.
It'll be all right. I'm so excited. Whenever AB steps up, I just get so excited. How far is it going to go?
Oh. Okay,
yeah, but how
it's far.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
very far.
Where?
Yeah, but exactly. It's
I wouldn't be surprised if randomly he just throws it by the green. He's 20 short of the fence. You're oh yeah. You wouldn't be surprised, would you? You'd just be like, wow, that's the farthest we've seen.
Yeah, sure. I could see him having a putt at hole 1 at Maple Hill.
Yeah, easily.
I've seen Garrett Gerthy drive it to the wall and 1 at Maple Hill, and so, there's nothing in this world that I think AB can't do that someone has done in the past.
Yeah.
James still likes the anhyzer. And this is overturned, and this could even... Is it safe?
Might not have cut rolled. If it cut rolls a lot, bad.
Yeah, okay, so it doesn't appear to be out of bounds, but it just... Oh, okay, he didn't throw it far enough to go out of bounds.
He's going to have to go with the hyzer, and that's so far. That's a tough up shot from there. Oh, good. Well, he's kind of got like a weird look.
Yeah, interesting.
So Kiefer doesn't have the forehand play. He's got to play Planko. Decent.
Yep.
Awkward little putt.
Ricky playing the wide skip, but just coming up short, which into the headwind on this hole, it made it play a little bit farther. AB taking that into account, but hits the last tree en route to having a park job. He'll have to make a nice putt for the birdie now. Meanwhile, James just trying to find some avenue through.
Impressive to have a putt for James.
Truly, yeah. He didn't get much distance at all off the tee.
He's been putting good. Can he get another one to fall?
Man, an AB, last player with an opportunity to birdie a relatively easy hole. And we are going to have no birdies with our lead group.
That is surprising.
On a hole that's playing 0.29 below par. Over a third of the field birdied, hole 16. Not many bogeys, though.
Tough to bogey.
Tough to bogey. Way tougher than
2.
hole 12.
Old 2.
Old 2, but yeah, 12.
It'll always be 2.
I know.
It's hard to switch it up.
7
but
years.
We're professionals. We need to be better at it.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Simon on 18 looking for some redemption.
Hole 5. No, just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hole 5. This looks so good. Like, where else could this go? Oh, goodness, go in. That's one place it could go. That just came in soft.
Yeah. That was nice.
What a talent.
Oh, boy.
Simon not feeling the vibes on hole 18.
Got the nose up a little too much there. He likes that little nose up, but down the hill, a little tougher.
Yeah, that's a bad feeling. Such a good drive. Calvin, all hyzer. Is this got the distance? It does not. Calvin was at 18 under par. He'll certainly bogey. Callaway going the big hyzer. This looks a little better.
Looks great.
A lot better would be the correct way to call it.
Is there anybody with just more buttery, smooth distance?
Not many.
He's got that.
Not many. He's got it for sure.
Oh, my goodness.
Albert Thomas throwing this
going
into the atmosphere.
Is that going far enough? Oh, my goodness. If that goes in, the world explodes.
That was incredibly impressive. Albert's got just so much spin on the disc. And Calvin gives it a good effort, but that's going to drop him to 17 under, which is a great number to be at. That birdie for Albert will get him up to 16. 2 back of the pace set by Isaac currently. Calvin hoping that he will be on lead card going into the final round. I think he's giving himself a good chance right now.
Yeah, that's a great number to be at with a nice score, too, to boot. Hot rounds get the push, so if you have the better round, you...
Yeah, there's no one that can knock him out now at this point. Barela hoping to join them. He's got some work to do here with 2 holes to go. Hole 17, a par 4, low ceiling tee shot, 660 feet. OB on the right side. OB on the left side, elevated basket with OB surrounding the green. Should be a birdie for these guys, or at least a few of them.
Yeah, no, this should be. Get it under the tree, skip it into the good spot, and then you have a relatively short upshot.
Good height control from Kevin. Not a ton of distance, but really getting past that tree is all you really need to do off the tee.
I'm worried about the branches, and I'm worried about the straight shot.
Okay.
If you go too far left, you're left with about 330 dead straight, though. With the out of bounds left, you go putter, easy to go deep.
Mm-hmm.
If you go stable, easy to pull it on the right side. So it's just a trickier shot. You want to be left. If you can get left over where Ricky's coming.
And just avoid this electrical box.
Yeah, see, now
and
you got
the fire hydrant, which he does.
You got straight hyzer in.
Yep.
Very easy to control the angle coming into the green.
And Ricky will have 340 feet to the green from there. Maybe 330.
Big skip. Pretty good, though.
Yeah, I mean, if someone is going to go straight at this green that you trust, it's Conrad.
There's a difference for sure, but he has to put a little hyzer on it too.
It is moving right, staying right. It will check up in time.
See what I mean, though? Even the great James Conrad.
Yeah.
It's a tough shot to throw.
It's just a flick roller from right here.
Right? I do like putting a little Annie on this.
Yeah, sure. 45, maybe 50.
Any angle's better. Annie, hyzer, just flat goes forever.
Yep. Ricky trying the hyzer, but this is just cooked. This is going to find OB long unless it's not going to slow down in time. Misfire there for Ricky. See if AB can dial it in right.
I like being over here. Then you can play the hyzer spike.
Yep, and completely blind from that side too. It's worth noting. The best thing in the sport is to hear the thud and know, oh.
Yeah, right.
The thud is a great sound as long as there's not followed by the bad stuff.
No.
Okay. That's just unnecessary and rude if that does continue to roll out of bounds. Conrad for birdie. Looked good, but man, that's just so far, so uphill. And Ricky, man, I don't know if our cameras weren't recording the whole time or if he didn't take much time. I'm guessing it was the latter. Sometimes he gets a little bit annoyed, and it's been kind of an annoying day for Rick. And it's got a lot more annoying here on 17.
Yeah, I haven't seen Rick struggle this bad in a while, which is a bad thing for the field tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But only a bad thing for the people that are between 10th and 20th.
Yeah, if you're in 10th place, look out.
Yeah, you should be fine if you're in the top 10. I mean, maybe it's possible for Ricky to climb back in there.
It is.
It is. It definitely is. What am I saying? Anthony with a nice birdie, but the card goes one over on hole 17. Surprisingly poor performances on 16 and 17 for our lead card. Let's see if they're able to get some birdies here, finishing their round here on 18.
Surprised more people haven't gone hyzer here. The down the middle play, totally feasible, but with the power that the field has, especially if you're on the lead card, I'm surprised people don't go around.
It's a good distance governor.
Yeah.
If you have big power, the hyzer allows you to not go too long, which comes into play with the downhill flex shot. And without question, you're going to see one angle hyzer coming from Anthony Barela on this hole, unless there's just some crazy bad wind. It's just, I mean, what a weapon this is to be able to just lay one to the skies and just spike it down.
Wow. A little lower than Albert, so that's impressive.
Albert, that thing was just spinning in heaven for about 10 seconds. Oh, boy. Is it going to get there?
I think it's good.
Oh, it's so good. And I mean, inches from just disaster. That is...
I thought it was at first.
Yeah, it looked like it was heading right to the
got
tree.
A little lift. That was great. Let's watch it again.
I mean, how close did he peel this off the tree?
I hit the tree.
Oh, boy. I love that. That's great. And then just enough.
Hard job.
And in the end, it's a bullseye.
Great final few holes for him. I mean, he misses a putt, but 4 down the last 6. Very good.
He's going to finish his day at 3 under. James goes all hyzer, but for the layup option.
Ricky going to go all hyzer. Oh, no. Gets the ante. This is where you could go deep.
And that rolls back in.
Not too far deep.
Yeah, a great shot. I mean, you kind of have to
Good touch.
play with that out of bounds line right side if you want to throw the ideal shot.
I'm a bit surprised that James decided to go with the layup, being at the score that he is at. You know?
Going from 3rd place, dropping all the way down to 28th. Big slide for him today, unfortunately, on moving day.
Well, this is a tie for the lead. Kind of out of nowhere.
Is that not the sign of greatness? I mean, we talked about it all last season. Just, it didn't look like Calvin would bring his best, and then there he was right there on the leaderboard at the top. And that was kind of the story of the day for AB today. Didn't bring his best stuff, still managed to shoot a 7 under. And he's going to be tied with Isaac Robinson atop the leaderboard at 18. Ricky with the birdie. Still a lot of things to figure out going into Sunday. Somehow I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, he's at 8 or 9 under. And Kiefer was in 9th place at 13.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, it's
just
alert. Ricky Wysocki red hot alert coming Sunday. But
Exactly.
yeah, as poorly as they played 16 and 17, they just went 3 under on hole 18. That's nasty.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And James played it the way he wanted to.
Well, what an insane league card we have going into Sunday. Isaac Robinson, Anthony Barela, Calvin Heimberg, Simon Lizotte. Give the people what they want to see already.
Popcorn, grab it.
Yeah, this is going to be a fantastic... Are you watching the Masters tomorrow, or are you watching us? I mean...
I'm watching us.
You're going to be watching this. This is where the action's at for sure. Great round for Isaac, jumping up the leaderboard. He is now tied for 1st place. It's going to be good to see him battling out tomorrow. We've got an awesome final round coming your way tomorrow. Be sure to watch the conclusion of the 2024 Play It Again Sports Jonesboro Open, presented by Westside Discs. We'll see you there.